world, Coco Gauff, and when she faces Elina Svitolina, a record of 2 and 3. And 2 of those losses came this year. Gauff won their only previous meeting in a final. That was Auckland in 2024. This will be their first match on clay. Now, they did play in the Aussie Open quarterfinals this year, Tracy, and it was one-way traffic for Elina Svitolina. It certainly was, and then they played again in the Dubai semifinals, and it was the opposite scoreline. But this was at the Australian Open, and Svitolina was just on point. So sharp, great with her movement. Doesn't hurt to have her husband in the house as well, and Coco was not excited about the way that she was playing. Dig in, and there's nobody that can dig in better than Coco Gauff, but she wasn't able to do it. Too many unforced errors, so frustrated. And Svitolina, she will make it difficult. She broke down the forehand of Coco Gauff, made it look very easy, one-way traffic, and such an important win for Svitolina to start the year. Got to the semifinals there. 6-1, 6-2. Now in Dubai, as you mentioned, Coco actually saved 4 match points in a second set tiebreak. Went on to win that set and then lost in 3. How would you characterize the importance of those 2 matches this year?
Well, I think they're pretty important for Svitolina. I think she's going to take a lot of confidence from those 2 wins. I think if you're on Coco's team, you got to stress that this is a clay court surface, a slower surface, which gives you more time to handle the ball coming into the forehand, right? That's the shot that she's going to have to be mindful of. Well, I love that Coco's talking about how she's feeling really comfortable with her second serve, and that's freeing her up to go after her first serve a little bit more so she can do more damage with that. Svitolina's been doing damage with her serve, which is a little bit surprising for me. I didn't know that she had that much in it.
Exactly. I think so often in the past, maybe 3-4 years ago, you could tell where she was going to serve. She served on the right side of the ball, and it went to a righty's forehand all the time. She's been serving out wide in the ad court, throwing in what seems like a bomb because she's getting some aces there. But Svitolina, I think her mindset has just changed. She realized coming back from maternity leave, her big goal, she's in her 30s now, is to win a major. She's consistent, she's gritty, she's a natural counterpuncher, but in order to win a major, she's been to the semis a few times, she's gonna have to have more weapons, and she's done that. She's beefed up her serve, always has that ability to counterpunch and to get extra balls in play, but she's going bigger, particularly on that forehand side.
Yeah, and it's been working well for her. Coco Gauff, 3 of her 5 matches, she's had to come back from a set down, but she has more comebacks than anyone on tour this year. Most 3-set wins on tour as well. Let's see how both these players got to the final. In the semifinals, it was Coco's taking on Sorana Cirstea, who had upset Aryna Sabalenka, biggest win of her life, and Coco went down an early break.
Yep.
Yeah, she went down an early break, and Coco had lost the first set in a couple of previous matches, but she was able to turn it around here, and Sorana Cirstea just couldn't maintain it because Coco got so many balls back in play.
Yeah, and Coco was having a great day on serve here too, Trace. She was bombing first serves, a great first serve percentage, and with that, I think it just frees you up with everything else. She knows she can trust her backhand. She knows she can trust her movement. If she can trust her second serve, there's only one shot she's really got to worry about, and that's the forehand side. That's got to feel good.
Coco could become just the 2nd American to win a 1,000 level event on clay after Serena. She rallied from a double break deficit in the 3rd against Sierra, saved match point against Jovic, came back from a set down for a 3rd straight match against Andreeva.
Yeah, I would say that Coco isn't playing her best tennis, but what's most important is I think that she is the best competitor out there. It doesn't matter what happens, what the score line is, down match point, down breaks. She somehow figures a way and stays positive. And Jim, we talked about this yesterday. That's the superpower that she has, is that positive attitude that she remains looking forward, not the negativity of looking back or the anxiousness of looking forward.
And it's an intimidating factor as well when you go up against someone like Coco. A lead is not safe, and the players know that. So that works in her favor, too. That's part of her aura, is that she's never going to give in no matter where she is in the scoreline. She can deal with the tough conditions. My God, how brutal was it at Roland Garros in the finals last year?
So windy.
And she handled the wind much better, certainly, than Aryna Sabalenka did, and that's why she's the Roland Garros champion. It's her mind. It wasn't her shots. It was her mind that won her that title.
Absolutely.
Do you see anything tangibly in Coco Gauff when she gets down a set?
You don't. I mean, you just feel like, I mean, once in a while, in one of those matches against Sierra, she actually self-harmed. She hit her head a couple of times. She talked about it afterwards. She said, oh, I've been dealing with a few things off the court. These are not robots. I mean, they are human and they have these emotions. What's most important for Coco is, A, she's getting through these matches, but playing a little bit better each time. She's used to being in the finals so often. But Svitolina, she's the one who's won this a couple of times.
Here's what I love about Coco Gauff, right? She's the highest paid and most kind of known female athlete in the world, right? And usually when you're the best at something, your calling card is you make something really difficult look easy. Coco Gauff doesn't make tennis necessarily look easy. What she has, which is magic, and what I hope all kids out there desire to have, is grit. No one has more grit in tennis right now than Coco Gauff. And I love that that's a role model for people out there watching, little boys, little girls. Coco Gauff has to deal with adversity all the time, and she doesn't get too frustrated with it. She just keeps going. She's not perfect, but she's someone that you can aspire to be like because she never, ever gives in. It's magical, that quality.
No, that's a great point. And I know you don't love on-court coaching. I would say Coco Gauff is the best problem solver of anyone on tour.
Absolutely. And I think that grit that you're talking about and having to deal with adversity, every single match, I think even from the juniors to the pros, you're going to have to deal with something, whether it's a muscle that's tight or the score line you're down or your forehand's a little bit off.
Talk about juniors? How about cheating?
Cheating, yes, exactly. But I taught my kids, that. I said, you're going to have to deal with, contend with adversity. So learn to look forward, learn to problem solve. And Coco's never really whining to her team out there. She's just figuring it out. And oftentimes some of her skills are not working as well, but she's got the legs. A lot of times she'll just go to the legs.
She's going to need them against Svitolina, isn't she?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what's at stake for both of these players in the final. For Coco Gauff, winning her first title in Rome. And for Elina Svitolina, as Tracy mentioned, this would be her third title at the Italian Open, which is something special. Get up to number 3 in the race as well, Jim?
Yeah, no, it would be incredible for Svitolina. I mean, just amazing coming back with a child in tow and all the way to 3 in the race. If she can get there, that's looking good for her to make it to that final 8 this season. Coco Gauff remaining number 4 in the rankings. That's probably important too as far as protecting you and Roland Garros when the draw comes out.
Absolutely, and for Svitolina in the live ranking right now, she's at 8. So talk about important seedings.
Yeah.
You're playing those top players in the quarters instead of the round of 16.
Nice.
Svitolina, I know we talk about Clay and Coco Gauff, 7-0. Could become the second player to win each of her first 8 tour-level finals on clay.
How good is that?
That's perfect.
Yeah, it kind of is.
The other one?
Tell me.
Anna Smashnova.
Oh, that is a great tennis name.
Gosh, I'm going to have to take a minute because that one caught me off guard.